गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. We have all heard about the three Akashas, Bhutakash, Chittakash, Chidakash. We'll look at it in a different way today. While showering, this thought came to talk about Akash. But what I was going to talk about, I didn't know. When I sat here just chanting Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, this approach appeared. Bhutakash is gross space, Chittakash is mental space, Chidakash is conscious space. What is the pervasibility of each one of them? Bhutakash, the gross space, only contains the physical universe in the waking state. It doesn't cover or include or contain or support the dream universe. It only supports the physical universe in the waking state. Compared to that, the Chittakash, the mental space, the mind space, it supports what? Important point. It supports the waking space, the dream space, and the absence of the two. It supports the three. Again, I'll repeat. The gross space, the waking space, the Bhutakash, it supports only the waking world. It doesn't support the dream world or the deep sleep. Compared to that, the mental space supports the waking space, which supports the waking world, dream space, which supports the dream world, and the absence of the two, which is deep sleep. So, mental space is more expansive as compared to the gross space. And we are talking about you. We are talking about the mind. It is everyone's experience that you know the waking, dream, sleep come and go. Who supports it? The mental space. Now we come to the conscious space. What does conscious space support? Conscious space supports all the mental spaces, not just one mental space of yours. The conscious space supports all the Chittakash. How many Chittakash? All. Not only human beings, birds, animals, snakes, mosquitoes, amoeba, extraterrestrial if there are any. So, conscious space is the most expansive, and that is our true identity. We remain limited, crystallized by taking only the waking to be the reality, and therefore we invest all our energies, all our thoughts, all our relations, all our everything in the waking, thinking that it is real. But a seeker recognize waking is not the end game. I am also the dreamer, I am also the sleeper. So what is that position that I can take? I can take the position of Chittakash, the mental space from where the projection of the waking dream and deep sleep is happening. But the mind is not affected because from childhood till today, waking, dream, deep sleep have come and gone. The mind has remained the same. Seeker thinks about this. Seeker doesn't worry about where the next meal is coming from, where the next dollar is coming from. Do I have enough for security? How do I heal my disease? All that is unnecessary. As long as he thinks he is the body, it is necessary. But once he comes to the mental space, then all this becomes ephemeral. It's just not worth thinking about all this. For the mind space, the mental space supports equally all the three phenomena of waking, dream, and deep sleep. The maximum at the mental space, the growth of individual, when he comes to recognize or once he comes to contemplate on this mental space, what is the maximum that he can grow? What is the maximum he can expand? The spectrum of the mind space is individuality and totality. So when we remain in the mind, wanting to do something, wanting to expand, the maximum expansion is all the way to Hiranyagarbha, all the way to the cosmic egg, where all possibilities are in their nascent state, unexpressed state, unmanifest state, and you are conscious. But that is not our goal. That will lead to step-by-step liberation, and in that step-by-step liberation, one remains in the cycle of birth and death. Who knows the mental space? Chidakash. How do we differentiate between the mental space and the conscious space? Because mind is nothing but consciousness. When individuality is maintained in the mental space and one pursues the higher, the individuality is maintained. Till the merging takes place with the divine. But what is this? This relative immortality. At the mental space level, the maximum we can get to is relative immortality. What is this relative immortality? Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Ram, Hanuman, and all other. This is relative immortality. Salokya Mukti, Sarupya Mukti, etc. etc. If mind is also nothing but consciousness, then how do we come to the conscious space? We have to take the position. That this is the substratum of all the minds. Instead of wanting to expand your mind from individuality to totality, we bypass that option of expansion and immediately come to this realization or this click that yes, the mind space supports the waking dream and deep sleep. And if we take the position there rather than a seeker, we take that this mind, which is essentially consciousness, and consciousness is the substratum. See, remember one thing, mind means change. Consciousness means, pure consciousness means steadiness, stability. There's no change. It's the changeless principle. So when we shift our attention from mind space, which is supporting all the change, to the changeless principle, we migrate, or there and then the conscious space reveals itself, becomes accessible, whichever way you put it. So contemplate on this today and come to your true self. Come to be the true self.